everyone, and welcome back to Pine Mountain Sanctuary, a wonderful collaboration between me, Simply Savannah, SDM Wolf, and Beyond Drew TV. And today we are going to add the Red Panda to this wonderful little project. So if you are new to this project, this is already episode number 9. There is an entire playlist on my channel. Link to all the other content creators. There's also a link down in the description to all of their channels if you want to check out all the previous episodes, of course, because there's already a lot going on in the zoo. We're going so incredibly fast. We only started this 3 weeks ago, and I think this is already episode number 9, so you can imagine that there's a lot going on. We have an entrance, we have already 2 or 3 bear species in here. Just a lot. So make sure you check out all the episodes. So today's episode, I'm gonna try something a little bit different, because normally I will do the speed build, then afterwards I will do the cinematics. But today I will also give you a real-time overview of the entire thing that I built in this episode. Just a little tip that I got from another creator, SDN. I'm gonna try it in this episode, so please let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed it, if you want to see this more often, because normally I only give you like an overview with the cinematics, but it might be good to have some explanation of what I did and why, and just to give you a good overview. I will also put some chapters down in the description, so you can already skip to the real-time part if you're not really into these kind of speed builds. But of course, for the people who are really into speed builds, and I always enjoy them because I can see what everyone is doing and how they're building it. We just created the habitat border with the East Asia rock pieces. I checked the height, or at least Leader did that for me, of course, because he was looking at the habitat and he was like, is that habitat border high enough? It should be 1.20 meters, and I checked it with the archer. It should be more or less 1.20 meters, something like that. So the red pandas won't be able to escape. Then on the back there is a little fence that I created in the previous episode for the Formosan black bears, and I'm reusing it in this episode. Just to make sure it looks cohesive, that we use more or less the same pieces throughout the zoo. And I was pretty happy with that fence, so I'm using it again. Right now I'm creating some climbing frames, which I will completely change in the end of the speed build. I didn't really like the color that was used by these East Asia planks, and they were a little bit off in the final result, so I replaced them with the normal climbing structures again, and the colors match the habitat way better. So a little story behind this habitat. I'm gonna do 2 outdoor areas and to complete indoor section, of course, with the interior. And again, I did some research on the interior. Basically, this habitat should be more than enough for 2 red pandas. They normally live in a group of 2. They need a separation area and some climbing frames inside. Basically, that's it. They are really friendly, actually. So if you look some videos up on YouTube about red pandas in a zoo, you can see they can really teach them stuff, and they're really friendly towards the people, towards the keepers. So they're really easy to keep, basically. I do think they're quite expensive, so I'm not really sure if it would fit in the zoo, but I do think that the theming and the habitat itself really fits. And we're also gonna do the giant panda in the end, so that's gonna be really nice. So this habitat is gonna be like what I said. I'm gonna do 2 outdoor areas. So this is more or less like the new outdoor area that we are creating right now. So it's nice, it's open, they have a lot of space, they have a lot of climbing stuff, they have a lot of shelter going on over here. It looks really natural, really nice, but probably really expensive to build. And we wanted to keep like the low budget style of the Northwest Pacific in the United States. That's basically the theme for the zoo. So I had to keep that in mind as well. I'm just throwing down some theming right now. These little baskets, I'm using them as sleeping places for the red pandas. I did see that in a reference image somewhere. They need a bit of shelter. Just up on the tree, so they can take a rest and have some privacy, not all the guests looking at them. And then the foliage work, I'm super happy with the foliage work in the end in this habitat. So this is outdoor area number 1. Outdoor area number 2 is going to be on the other side of the building that you see right now on the left. We will start that in probably a few minutes. And the idea behind it was like when the red pandas have a baby, they need like a little separation area for the mother and the child. So that's basically the other outdoor part that we will build in a few minutes. And it's also like the old habitat that they first created for the red pandas, because it's like small, only wood, the mesh fences, not much going on. So basically the old habitat for the red pandas is reused as the separation area for the mother and the baby red panda. So a wonderful little backstory that we created for this habitat. I'm using this New World sign. I saw it in Beyond Drew, his building. I'm stealing some of his backstage stuff, of course. I really like it. If you use them both and you have to switch off the lighting or turn it to black so it doesn't light up in the evening, then it looks really, really nice. Normally I would use the African doors. I'm a big fan of that, but it's good to use some new pieces every now and then. Of course, we are creating these nice animal doors. I'm not really sure if the animals can actually use it, if it's big enough to, the transversable area is okay with it. I didn't check it yet, but we will see. And then we are going to the indoor part. Not much going on in here. As I said, it's quite simple. Some mesh fencing, and then some climbing frames that we will add on the indoor part. But it's kind of a small building, but I'm super happy with the final result. It's really realistic, in my opinion at least. If you have a different opinion, make sure you let me know down in the comments, because I always appreciate your feedback on these kind of builds. I'm still experimenting with the entire like realistic style, but I'm really enjoying it, and it really got me back into the game. And I'm super happy with that. So the door in between these two, shall I call them cages? It's not really a habitat, is it? More like an enclosure, indoor enclosures. There's also a door in between, so yeah, they can also live together right here. The doors, I didn't find a way to make a decent door yet. I will need to spend some time on that. So I'm using the in-green doors over here right now, just a mesh fencing everywhere. It's more than enough to keep red pandas in their enclosures. And what else to say about this thing? I will start some climbing frames again. I'm starting with the East Asia planks, but I'm already like, it doesn't look right. I'm looking through the blueprints that are in game. Didn't look right either. So I'm starting some of my own climbing frames. And I wanted to have like a sleeping spot in the top for both of the both animals, and they can climb up to have some privacy. And it comes out really nice. I think the color of these logs look so much better within this theme and within the habitat. So I'm happy that we changed this. Trying to flip it around doesn't work, so I have to redo the entire thing. Well, climbing frames are always it's always good fun. But it's a really important part of the enclosure. So some enrichment items. Unfortunately, this is the only feeding thing that they have in the game, and of course we need some habitat borders. I'm gonna do the staff gate right over here. As you can see, it's a bit of a struggle, but I have to redo some of the terrain work right here. The door is really inside the walls, you can't see it, so I'm using this little fake door to cover it up, but of course it's a game, so they will still be able to use it. Using the same materials as we are doing throughout the zoo, these wonderful East Asia beams, and then together with the what's it called, I don't know, stained painted wood wall, something like that. Looks really nice. And as you can see, I'm changing the climbing frames to the logs, trying to make it look a little bit different than usual. Throwing down some logs everywhere, as you can see. I already replaced that, I cut that out. We have a speed build of around 15 minutes. Because as you can see, it's not really a huge build, which is also really nice. I'm really enjoying these like smaller builds. For these smaller animals, they don't need much, so you can put really like a lot of detail in it. I'm super happy with the rock work on the back, by the way. I stole some rock work that the other guys already created. It looks really, really nice. So yeah, with the backdrop, this habitat is like completely, I don't know, it's really immersive. You really get the right vibe in my opinion. So this is the other outdoor area that I was talking about. So the little separation area, but also the old habitat that was first created. Savannah already did a habitat like this for the fennec foxes. I really like that. Of course, it's super simple to build, so I won't spend an entire speed build video on it because it would only be 2 minutes, and that would be a shame, right? Yeah, wow, horrible. Only a 2-minute video. Yeah, some mesh fences, as I said, then a wonderful climbing frame over here. Of course, back in the days, they also thought about climbing frames, so I'm putting them in. Just some simple foliage work, terrain work that we will do in this area. Nothing much, basically. Some nettles. Oh, using these wonderful palm trees. Thank you, SDN, for that. Yeah, I saw that in his video how we used it, and since then I'm using it everywhere. It's the palm tree from the aquatic pack, if you are wondering. It's really nice, like a grass effect. I'm a big fan of it. I'm using it in Limpopo, and I'm also using it right here. Talking about Limpopo, by the way, I know it's Sunday, and normally I upload a Limpopo episode. But right now, Mr. Leader has the Limpopo file, which is really exciting. So he's gonna build something for me, because basically, while I'm recording this, it's already a week before this video comes out, because I won't have any time for like 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, to play Planet Zoo or to make any videos. So I'm working ahead a little bit. And the other guys were so friendly that I was allowed to to upload this video like a little bit later, so yeah, so I could fit it into my schedule and make sure I will have a weekly video for you guys in this time of the year while I don't have much time, basically. Yeah, some palm trees everywhere. I'm using the same education thing that I already created in the previous episode. I didn't record that. I did that off camera, but I really like the look of it, so I'm reusing it. In between the habitat, we will have this, or like in between the path and the habitat, we will have this beautiful foliage work at the same fence as we did in the previous episode, and then some terrain work to finish it off. Really like this little tree thing, and the temple stones always finish off a pathing like this. So as you can see, the only thing that we will have to do in the rest of the episode is finish up this building. We will create a roof and yeah, of course some lighting indoors. Just some nice little details on the indoor section. As you can see, I already put one of the blueprints down. I found again on Beyond Drew is built. I really like the blueprints that he used. Like this food preparation table. It's a really nice little thing, and I got all the links from his video, downloaded all the backstage stuff, because I'm always looking for props and I can't really find them. So I was super happy that he had like the links down in the description, and his video would really help me with this build, and I will definitely use them way more often. And yeah, the roof, same thing. These beautiful metal pieces, making a little custom roof right over here, and it finishes off this building nicely. I will add some nice details to the building, as you can see, finishing it off, and then the roof on this side, very important. You can see I'm using different materials on the outside and on the inside. So on the inside of the building you will have this plaster wall, and then on the outside you will have these beautiful wooden walls, and yeah, that's basically it for the build itself. As I said, we are going to jump into a real-time overview of the build right now, while we are finishing off with some foliage and some nice little details, some windows and stuff like that. So I'm gonna speak to you guys in a couple of minutes, or maybe even not even a minute, I don't know. We are going to switch to the real time, and I'm going to give you a overview of this build. See you. Alright, so here we are in the real-time part of the video, and this is the final habitat that we created in this episode, just to show you guys where it is. So this is the Formosan black bear habitat that we created in the previous episode, and yeah, the entrance of Pine Mountain Sanctuary is right over here, created by Simply Savannah. And then we have the Fennec Fox habitat. We have a beautiful gift shop. And we have a pizza stand, wood fire pizza created by SDN, and it's really nice. And then we have the Formosan black bear habitat that we did in the previous episode. Just to quickly show you guys what we have going on at the moment. Another bear habitat, Sun Bear Ridge, created by Beyond Drew TV right over here. Simply Savannah created a wonderful little like a mountain aviary or mountainside aviary with like a double layered viewing. Really cool, great idea, and I'm a big fan of this wonderful build. And then yeah, crazy little man, Pine Mountain Visitor Center, as then yeah, created a wonderful building with a beautiful little waterfall right over here, little river section. And yeah, it has to work on the backside of the building though. But yeah, we are not gonna take a look at that. I think Beyond Drew is gonna do a little interior on the building, but I really like this building style. Great use of the Australia piece right over here. A wonderful creation. And this is the actual Pine Mountain. Looks really cool. And then we have this beautiful, I think it was a brown bear habitat, or yeah, a Himalayan brown bear habitat, again by Beyond Drew. I really like the realistic part of this build, of course. We have a little backstage competition going on between me and Beyond Drew, and he did a amazing job on it. As you can see, all these details, some sleeping areas for the bears right here, and all this wonderful little backstage stuff. You can see I stole his like food preparation part, and yeah, beautiful things going on over here. So let's see. Let's go back to our Red Panda habitat. So the Red Panda habitat that we created in the video, as I said, I'm really happy with how it looks, with the beautiful rock work on the back and on the side. And we don't have much fencing, so you really have an open view on the animals, but still have this like these rusty little pillars on the back. The game is a little bit bugged at the moment. Somehow the red pandas are able to climb these logs while they are covered with this metal fence. So sometimes you will see them climbing on top of the fence, but they don't really escape or anything. The pandas are a little bit buggy, so they might float around in the habitat. But I'm really happy with how it looks. Just replacing the East Asia planks and with these logs, it already fixed a lot of bugginess for these animals. Super happy with this little sleeping spot that we have over here. And I think from every single like angle, this habitat looks really lush and cool, and yeah, it's really nice. You can see the animals climbing in the trees. I'm super happy with the result. Then you have this quite a simple building, but still you have this like animal door, and then we are going into the backstage part. We have the climbing frames right over here, so the keepers will come in yeah, through here, I think. Yeah, I forgot the door. That's okay, I always forget stuff. And then they have the schedules everywhere. They have this little, they can move the animals in there, a little cage. And then they have the doors to the indoor enclosures, another animal door, and then you will get into the other outdoor area which you saw in the speed build. And as I said, this is basically the old red panda habitat, which they are now using to separate the mother red panda when they had a baby, or yeah, something like that. When they need to separate the animals, they can do that. So yeah, the building itself, I think it really fits within this theme. I tried to use the same lamps as we did in the previous episode. Some barrels, some nice little details here with the with a little chair down there, the pallets, the stairs. You know the deal. But again, super happy with how this turned out. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the real-time overview. If you want to see this more often, please let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. Also, check out the other creators. There's a link down in the description to follow the entire series. I will also put an announcement out on my Discord channel every time there's a new Pine Mountain Sanctuary video going out. So make sure you also join the Discord. If you want to support the channel, make sure you become a member. And I'm gonna speak to you guys in the next episode. Goodbye, you.